up, everybody? This week's Baddies Midwest, it went down, okay? The girls are squabbling. These new girls that are a part of Baddies Midwest, they are trying to claim their spot. They are trying to take some of these OGs spots, trying to take their crowns, baby. It was a lot, and you better believe we're gonna talk about it. Welcome back to Damieon After Dark. You're watching the official Baddies Midwest after show. You've come to the right place. Each and every week, we break down the trashiest reality shows that are out there. So if you want to talk about it, baby, you better believe we are. You've come to the right place. Let's go ahead and get into it. Before we start, click that subscribe button down below. Get subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already, press that thumbs up button and like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm, okay? Get in the comment section and join the conversation. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on episode 4 down below. And I'll try to respond back to you. Okay, last but not least, if you want to join the Damieon After Dark movement and help us grow and sustain this channel, in the description box below will be some ways that you can donate. Thank you guys so much for the love, support, donations, commenting, subscribing, liking the video, sharing, telling a friend, phoning a friend, all that, okay? I love you, I see you, and I appreciate you so very much. Now let's get into this episode, okay? I don't have my computer right now. It's at my mom's in the hospital. It's a whole long story. She fell, she broke her hip. She's in the hospital right now. I've been spending a lot of time there. My MacBook isn't there. So, yeah, I don't have it. So I'm using my phone tonight for notes, okay? So let's get into this episode because we got a lot to talk about. And this episode started with where it picked up, or where it ended last week, of course. Jasmine Renee versus Summer. Jasmine Renee and Summer, they're both new girls. We know Summer came in hot last week. And these two new girls, when they got off the bus, everybody's wanting to line fades up with Summer, right? Everybody's pissed at Summer. All these new girls are mad at Summer. Jasmine Renee says she looks like Young Dolph with a wig on. Bitch, I hollered, okay? Don't do Young Dolph like that. Don't do my man like that, alright? I like Young Dolph. Rest in peace to Young Dolph. We like Young Dolph over here. Don't do him like that, Jasmine Renee. God damn. Now, baby, Summer was lining them up, okay? Summer was lining them up. What Diamond the Body say? Oh, you bitches think you tough? Oh, you bitches think you tough? Oh, you bitches think you tough? Line that shit. Line that shit up, okay? And that is what Summer is doing this season. That is the motto for Summer. She is lining it up, okay? And I don't know, that second girl that she fought after Ivory, what was her? I mean, after Jasmine Renee, I think her name is Yoshi. Baby, when Summer fought Yoshi, she gave her the pound town, wham bam, thank you ma'am, okay? Let me just say that. Summer turned it into winter very quickly. We saw Summer on top of Yoshi. She did the motherfucking King Kong on that ass. Pounding on her, okay? I said, give Summer her points, give her 10s. Now, not only did she fight Yoshi, she's fought Ivory. You fight Ivory, I gotta give you mad respect because Ivory is a man. Not really. Ivory is a very beautiful biological woman, but Ivory is a man when it comes to fighting, okay? I don't even want to fight Ivory because she would whoop my ass. But Summer, I gotta give her props because she ain't turning down no fades. Now, while all these new girls are scrapping outside, running amok, acting a fool, the OGs pull up to the house, right? The OGs pull up, they see the new girls out there fighting because the new girls are pretty much, this is their initiation, right? We hired you new girls, y'all are gonna scrap. Y'all are gonna fight. Y'all are gonna make your money. Y'all are gonna fight for the money that we gave you. Now, the OGs pull up and they're like, you know, the new girls are out here, no wig on, all braids, busted noses, scrapping, no shoes on, dirt, you know, dirty knees, scratch their knees up, scabs, all kind of shit. OGs pull up in wigs and heels and makeup. What's going on? Oh my God, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all fighting? Oh my God. Like, please, girls, please. Like, let's stop. Let's stop. Now, did anybody else catch why Ivory called Jayla out of nowhere? I feel like we're missing context here. Because it was kind of random, but then again, if you watch Now That's TV, you know how Ivory is. Ivory can just be sitting there out of nowhere and want to fight you. Like, bitch, what are you breathing the wrong way? Let's fight, right? So I wasn't shocked that Ivory called Jayla out, but I would like some context if there is context. If there is context, right? I heard one of my dogs whining. Just making sure they're good. Yeah, so Ivory, when the OGs are getting off the bus, Ivory was pretty much like, yeah, Jayla, you can get it too. And Jayla's like, okay, let's go. Let's run it, right? So Ivory versus Jayla. Now, that was not anything. I never had that on my bingo card. Ivory versus Jayla, okay? But, baby, when I saw it was fixing to go down, I said, let me get my popcorn, bitch. Like, Ivory versus Jayla? Okay. I never thought we'd see the day. Now, when it comes to that round, we only saw one round of Ivory versus Jayla. But Ivory, I'm gonna give that to Ivory. Let's face it. And I figured that Ivory would win that round. I knew she would smoke Jayla. And if you notice after that fight, Ivory wanted to keep going. Security pulled him apart too fast. And let's just face it, if there was no security, Ivory would have probably beat Jayla's ass. But they're protecting Jayla. Jayla's an OG. She's been around a lot. I feel like there's certain girls that Natalie's tells security, okay, give extra protection to these girls. I feel like Natalie's extra protected. Jayla's extra protected. Excuse me. All those girls that can't really fight but have been around a while, I feel like they're extra protected. Now, notice after that fight, Jayla didn't want to go again. Ivory's like, let's go, let's go. Are you good? You good? Jayla's like, I'm good. I'm good. Now, let's hold that thought, right? Let's hold that thought. Let's hold that thought to where Jayla tells Ivory she's good for later, right? Because what do y'all notice about that scenario? What do y'all notice about Jayla making a peace treaty with Ivory right off the bat? Or, as the girls like to call it, copping a plea. Jayla copped a plea with Ivory so fast after that first round. Why, Jayla? Now, we're gonna run back to that. We're gonna circle back to that in a minute because later on in the episode, Lex calls Jayla out for copping a plea with Ivory so quick when she doesn't always do that with other girls. Okay, stay tuned for that. Now, Ivory didn't do Jayla in like I thought she would, but if you go back and watch, Ivory got more fades or got more licks in than Jayla did, from what I saw. Okay? Now, while everybody getting their fades out the way, Bad Dolly decides to step up and, let her grievances out. And she's got a problem with Anna Mac. Now, remember, Bad Dolly has a problem with Anna Mac from the auditions because Anna Mac started a lot of shit at the auditions with a lot of people. She got involved with a lot of people and got involved with a lot of stuff that had nothing to do with her. Now, Bad Dolly also says that she's also got a problem with Anna from the night before because Anna was laughing at her. Dolly says that she looked up and Anna was laughing on some passive aggressive shit. So, she's wanting to fight Anna at this point. And, Anna, typical Anna, why do you want to fight me? Like, what? Anna ain't gonna ever, because here's the thing, if somebody steps to you the same way they was on Biggie tonight about why didn't you defend yourself, Biggie, y'all should have kept the same energy for Anna when Bad Dolly stepped to her and she was like, what are you talking about? Anytime anybody steps to Anna, she don't wanna run the fade. That's why I can't respect it. Listen, Anna has some funny moments, and she's entertaining. I'm going to give her that. She's an entertaining reality star, but she's not for baddies because she's not that kind of girl. She's not a street girl. She's not going to fight. Sorry, y'all, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper. Not that I want to promote them because they are not a sponsor over here, but I'm drinking soda, and it's making me burp. Usually I try to drink water, but whatever. Anna is not about that life, and that's why I don't like her on this show. I feel like she's got funny confessionals. She's great in her confessionals, okay? I gotta give her that. Beautiful girl. I will never take that away from her. But you are a pussy, Anna. You are a pussy, and I feel like the same standards for Biggie are not given to Anna. Y'all skate around Anna. Y'all give her different treatment. She ain't about that life. She's just got a mouth. That's all. So because she's got this mouth, y'all think she's thug OG about that life. And she's really not. Like, I'm serious. I know girls like Anna every day of my life. Like, seriously. Now, we're 4 episodes in, and I've noticed we're not getting much of Jaden Alexis. Okay? Now, from a production standpoint, if I'm a producer, I'm watching the footage back, I'm like, why did we bring this girl here? Why did we pay her money? Now, granted, she ain't got to fight. Jaden ain't got to fight, okay? But here's the thing, Jaden. I'm going to need you to be a little bit more outspoken. I'm going to need you to speak up when you feel like you don't agree with something. Like in tonight's episode, she said that she felt like the girls were picking on Biggie. And that was in the confessional. Why didn't you address that in front of everyone and be like, yo, I feel like y'all are picking on her. Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. This is Jaden's first time in an environment like this, right? She's used to being Blueface's baby mama. She's used to having it easy, collecting the child support check. Very easy life, right? Now she's having to work. Now you clocked in, sis. You don't get to just sit here and collect a check. I need you to clock in and work, or you're not going to be back next season. And again, you don't have to fight, but give us something, right? Give us something. Now, Summer, while they're all outside and they're all talking, and everybody's calling each other out, everybody's getting everything off their chest, right? As they're all meeting one another, everybody's fighting, but whatever. Summer calls Biggie out, okay? While everybody's out there addressing shit, Summer calls Biggie out and wants to fight Biggie, alright? She wants to fight Biggie, and of course, Biggie, being Biggie, is doing the punk pussy shit that Biggie does. Now, if y'all remember, at the auditions, Summer is the one that Biggie was sniffing her wig. If y'all remember, I think Mariah snatched Summer's wig off, and she shoved it down her crotch. No. Yeah, Summer's wig got snatched off, and the wig got shoved down somebody's pants and your crotch. I don't know. Somebody's wig got put in somebody's pants, okay? And Biggie took the wig and started sniffing it, and it was Summer's wig. Now, Summer's got a problem with Biggie because of that scene from the auditions where Biggie is like, smell her wig, smell her wig. Now, Biggie's response to that was, I'm an OG baddie. I'm going to smell the wig to see if she's fresh or not. It's like, girl, Biggie, one could look at you, my love, and wonder if you're fresh down there, okay? That baritone-ass voice of yours, one could look at you down there and wonder if you've got ball sweat, okay? So while you talking about whether or not another female is fresh, freshen up your own clitoris, okay? Now, Pretty P, also known as Paula, her name is Paula, but she calls by Pretty P, her and Lex had got beef. I don't remember why, because these girls will fight you if you blink too many times in 60 seconds. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But we see them fight, and I'm like, okay. Now, see, I feel like Lex can fight, but when I've seen Lex and Pretty P fight, I'm like, okay, Pretty P got hands. Pretty P and Lex are 2 girls I feel like to watch for when it comes to fighting. From what I've gathered, watching them, their skills, I'm like, okay. Okay. Now, Pretty P also has a problem with DTB. Pretty P says DTB looked at her funny the night before. I'm just like, God damn, can a bitch fart? Can a bitch sneeze? Can I cough? I mean, shit, you look the wrong way, bitches want to fight. But I get it. These new girls, baby, listen. These new girls are going to get their moment one way or another, okay? They learned from last season. I feel like these new girls learned from last season. Because y'all remember last season when they had the replacements? Which I feel like the replacements got the shit into the stick. Because now they don't bring replacements on this season. They just brought on all new girls. But last season, a lot of girls got, well, I don't say a lot, but what, 3 or 4 girls, like Wendolly, like Heaven Marina, J.O., they all got sent home early. They didn't get the full Baddies experience because they were replacements and they weren't interesting enough or whatever, right? So I feel like these new girls coming in are feeling like that. They're like, we got to step it up, we can't be boring, or we might get sent home. Now, some of the girls have a problem with Pretty P wanting to fight Diamond. Tinkerbella being one of them. Tinkerbella pretty much says, why does Pretty P want to fight DTB when DTB has a mouth guard in? Now remember, Tasiki has fucked DTB up at the reunion. So DTB is still missing a tooth from where Tasiki knocked her tooth out. Okay? So Tinkerbella thinks that Pretty P approaching DTB is wrong because of her missing tooth. Why you want to fight Diamond right now when she's injured? Like, would y'all stop? These girls know what they're getting into when they come on these shows. What do you mean because she's injured? Diamond know what time it is. Diamond knows what time it is, and I think it's interesting that Diamond the Body and Tinkerbella went from fighting one another and hating one another to fighting each other's battles. Because why is Tinkerbella fighting for DTB right now? It's giving Tinkerbella is looking for a moment and trying to get her camera time. Like, fall back, Tink. DTB does not need you to fight for her. Okay? Now, who do y'all think won that? Tinkerbella versus Pretty P. We got two girls that can really fight here, I feel like. I feel like Tinkerbella, baby, she's from the streets and she can really get down. And Pretty P, you know, I feel like she's really shown that she can fight as well. But if I had to give somebody, if I had to declare a winner for that fight, I have to give it to Tinkerbella. At least Pretty P didn't get her ass whooped, right? She's holding it down. She's holding herself down. Now, she ain't done. Pretty P ain't done. She wants another round with Tinkerbella. And as they're getting ready to fight and they're in their fighting stance, Tinkerbella and Pretty P, DTB comes from behind Pretty P and sneaks her. And it's like, really, Diamond? See, I don't like the sneaking shit. Like, I don't like the sneaking shit. Because when somebody sneaks you, Diamond, and clocks you, it's going to be a problem. And we seen Diamond do that last year to Bianca Bonnie, which was actually very dangerous, the way she came behind her and punched her right here. And now we see you sneaking again, Diamond. I don't like it. And you were a fan favorite last season, but I just don't want the fans. Like, I feel like this season, she's going to be... Anytime somebody comes on a show and they become a fan favorite, I feel like their head gets big and they come on the next season and they're doing too much and we end up hating them. Okay? Like, I don't know. Like, now, Diamond says, we own that. We own that. We own that. And I'm like, are we? Are we on that, Snaggletooth? Because from the looks of it, you done got your tooth knocked out once. Do you want to keep going, Diamond? Really? Like, why don't you give it to her face forward? Why you got to sneak her? Now, Tinkerbella won that, even though we already talked about that. Tinkerbella versus Pretty P. I'm giving it to Tinkerbella. Let me know who you think won that in the comments. Ivory versus Summer, round 2. Ivory got Summer. Who y'all think got that? Ivory got Summer. Let's be real. Now, we saw Summer fuck Yoshi up. But I just think that's because Yoshi was a bad fighter. I think Yoshi cannot fight to save her life, and Summer just fought better than her. Now, do I think Summer's like one of the best fighters? No. Based off what we've seen, I feel like Summer's like not the worst fighter, but she's not the best. Like Ivory and Tasiki and Lex and them are probably up here, and then I wouldn't put Summer last, but I'd put her in the middle maybe. But yeah, Ivory got the best of Summer, I feel like, that second round. Now, after they fight, Natalie says, we ain't got no more beefs, right? Everybody got everything off their chest, right? And out of nowhere, this Lord Farquaad-ass, quagmire-looking, jelly bean-shaped head-ass hoe named Emma, okay, Emma, decides to step forward when Natalie says, anybody got any more beefs? Now, Lord Farquaad steps forward and says, yeah, I got a beef with Scotty. I got a beef with Scotty. Scotty, I got to call you out because I feel like you're boring and I'm here to replace you. And I'm just like, who is this girl with this lima bean ass shaped head? And all the confidence in the world with that lima bean shaped head. Coming on TV, coming for our Scotty with the motherfucking body. Now y'all know we can call out Scotty all day long. We gonna always hold Scotty accountable. But really, who are you? Who are you? Okay, you've done nothing Emma to prove that you're not boring. Like, we're just getting to know you. Who are you? Who are you outside of trying to pick on and bully Scotty? You look like a bulldog, first of all, while you coming on here like all, you know, and Sal, like, this is how we meet you, hating on Scotty? Like, really? Do you want to fuck Lemon Pepper? Do you want her spot that bad? You want to be the Zeus Network mistress? Is that what it is? Are you jealous because Scotty's got 5 seasons and you had to swallow some nut to get one? You look a mess, sis. First of all, let's start there. You look a fucking mess to even be coming on TV like that and picking on Scotty. And you only picked on Scotty because you know Scotty ain't really about that. But I'm glad Scotty didn't stand down to your ass. And these last 5 seasons, Scotty's took something away from it. Okay, she didn't let you punk her. Now, one thing I do, y'all know, I'll try to keep it fair, okay? I try to keep it fair. One thing I do have to agree with Emma on is I'm with you when you're right, okay? I'm going to call you out when you're wrong, but I'm with you when you're right. And one thing Emma was right about is she says, Scotty comes on every season and you don't do shit. She told Scotty that. She said, Scotty says, I've been here 5 seasons. And Emma says, and you don't do shit. But again, girl, who are you? Right message, wrong messenger. Scotty tells Emma, you're going to look stupid as fuck when this airs. And she's right. Emma does look dumb. I feel like with Summer, at least Summer has made an ass of herself, but at least Summer's been entertaining and she's kept us laughing and she's kept some drama going. Emma, on the other hand, it seems calculated, it seems fraudulent, it seems like she's been a fan since Baddies ATL and she's wanted to be on this show, and like, yeah, it's just, it's nauseating. Now, Scotty and Emma start scrapping. Scotty rips old girl's wig off, Emma's wig off, ripped that bitch up. Now, Emma was low-key mad. Emma was low-key mad because I feel like that was probably her only wig she brought. And, you know, it's done got ripped up. And Scotty said, baby, you think I'm boring? I'm going to show you boring. Scotty clocked in, okay? Scotty clocked in. Scotty says, this is why I'm back every season, bitch. And I'm like, now, Scotty, do we really want to talk about why you're back every season, my love? I love you, Scotland, but do we really want to talk about why you're back every season? Gulp. Now these girls are obviously like big fans of the show, and that's okay. That's okay. You can be a fan of the show, but please don't make it obvious. Like Lex, for example. Lex calls out Jayla, and now here's another example where I agree with Lex. I so agree with Lex on what she told Jayla. However, wrong messenger, because you just got here and it makes you look like a fan. But we can't take away from what Lex said, okay? Lex calls out Jayla and says, you know, Jayla, I think last season you were being a bully to Biggie, and I forgot who else she said. Biggie and someone else. Jayla says, I feel like you were being a bully. She says, I feel like you only want to fight girls that are smaller than you. I'm like, okay, come on, Lex, let her know how you really feel. And Lex is really pretty. Wow, I was looking at her tonight in her confessional. I was like, she's a really pretty girl. She looks like she might be Latina and black, like she might be like a black Latina. Maybe not. Maybe she's mixed. But she had such a point, and I feel like Lex is going to be one of my favorites along with Summer, because Lex said in her confessional, she pointed out how Jayla copped a plea with Ivory so quick. Y'all remember how we talked about that earlier? After Ivory and Jayla fought, Jayla was so quick to say, I'm good, we cool, we can dap it up, we good. No, sis, when it was you and Biggie, you kept it going with Biggie for episode after episode after episode. Even Meatball called you out on bullying Biggie. Why don't you keep that same energy with Ivory? Huh? This is what Lex is talking about. And I agree with her on this. Jayla says, I fought Roelly. What are you talking about? I haven't fought people bigger than me. I fought Roelly. Yeah, Jayla, you might fight. Here's the difference, Jayla. Here's the difference, okay? Here's the difference. Jayla will start a fight and keep a fight going if they're smaller than her, okay? If they're bigger than her, she'll fight you, but only on her pride because she knows she got to. But when it comes to keeping that fight up, and it's somebody that's bigger or can fight better, she ain't gonna keep it going. She gonna call a peace treaty or cop a plea as quick as she can, okay? Have y'all noticed that with Jayla? Now, Natalie says it's time for the infamous house meeting. And I'm like, house meeting? Like, what do y'all call what we just had? Was that not a house meeting? Anyway, Anna says that she hates. This is one of the moments from tonight's episode that I liked from Anna that I thought was funny. She says that she hates when Natalie does the guys, let's do a house meeting, let's do this, because she says Natalie's really stirring the pot, and she's right. She's right. You know, again, I'm with you when you're right, and I'm gonna call you out when you're wrong. And Anna, I'm right. She's right. Natalie, when she does all that, y'all guys, stop. We've got a booking to get to. Natalie, shut the fuck up. This is why I want you behind the scenes stirring the pot, because it's too fake in front of the camera. Let's see. Now, let's get in the girls. Everybody goes into the house, right? Everybody gets into the house, or AKA the Haunted Mansion. Look like the Haunted Mansion, bitch, but whatever. I feel like Zeus got more money than that. They know better. Natalie meets with all the OGs. Now, during that meeting with all the OGs, Akbar calls out Biggie. And she says, Biggie, why didn't you speak up when Summer called you out? Because Summer called Biggie out while they were outside, and Biggie's like, I'm not fighting, I'm not doing that, da 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 da. And Akbar says, I feel like you got punked, Biggie. I feel like Summer punked you. And Biggie's like, no, I don't feel like she did, bro. I don't feel like she did. Like, Biggie, stop. Stop. Let's be real for a minute, okay? Let's be fucking real for a minute when it comes to Biggie, because I'm sick of this shit with her. Biggie wants this baddie persona. She wants to have this baddie persona, like she's this tough girl, like she's this thug, OG baddie. Like, you're not, Biggie. You're not. So stop the facade. Stop the charade. Nobody's buying it but you in your delusional ass, thick, big-headed skull, okay? You might be able to convince yourself that you're a baddie and that you're this tough girl, but we're not buying it, okay? You're really insecure in real life. Let's just be real. She's really insecure in real life, and Biggie has been picked on. We've talked about this. She's always wanted to be accepted by the cool girls. Biggie has always wanted to be accepted by anybody, by just the in crowd. She doesn't want to be that bigger girl. You know what I'm saying? An outcast. She doesn't want to be that girl that she was growing up, that was teased, that nobody wanted to hang out with, that everybody was like, oh, you know, Biggie, go over there. And she finally got accepted by the cool girls by getting on this show, and I feel like it really boosts her ego. It makes her feel like she's hot shot Miss Mamas, and great, that's great. But that's why that's why she always references herself as an OG. I'm an OG, because she finally has that validation from this show that, like, oh, okay, I made it, right? But you're not an OG. You give big replacement energy. I don't care how many times you say you're an OG. The only OGs on this fucking show is Natalie Nunn. Now, we can say Scotty and Roelly, I guess, yes. I would call them more OGs than I ever would Biggie. You're not an OG, Biggie. You're a replacement. Period. Now, oh, and I just want to say, speaking of Roelly, she ate in her confessional tonight. I don't know who's been styling Roelly, who's been doing her, but kudos to y'all. Roelly looked amazing. And back to Biggie. If Biggie would just be herself, people would love her even more. Like, she's got a fan base and people love her, but she loses people when she does this fake fraudulent shit, sitting here lying, talking about, oh, Summer didn't pump me. Just be fucking real and say, you don't want to fight Summer. You don't like to fight. I don't want to fight her. Yeah, she talks shit, but whatever. You know what I mean? Like, Biggie's excuse was so lame, okay? Biggie said that Summer just got off the Sprinter van and fought 4 or 5 girls, so she was not about to fight her after that. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? That's your excuse? That's an advantage, you dumb fuck. That's an advantage of yours. She just fought 4 or 5 girls, so she's out of breath. She's out of stamina. Why don't you, like, that made no sense, Biggie. And if that was your excuse, like you have the advantage, dummy. Like, stop trying to garner excuses and just say, I'm a pussy. I'm not cut out for this. Like this, like, and you didn't even gotta say you're a pussy. Just say, I'm not a fighter. I like hanging out with you girls, and I'll cuss a bitch out, but I don't want to fight. Like, and I get my nails and my hair done, I don't want to scrap. But then again, she shouldn't be on Baddies, right? Now, during all this, Anna even calls Biggie out. Biggie's friend Anna even calls her out because Biggie says that Summer wasn't even directly talking to her. And Anna says, yes, she was. She was directly talking to you because I was the one who told her to leave you alone. I'm the one who stood up for you. Now, Anna is trying to justify, she's trying to tell Biggie, look, I'm always sticking up for you, and you don't say shit when it's reversed, when it's the other way around. But that's on you, Anna. To me, that, in my opinion, that's on you. You choose to always put yourself in other people's fights. Don't get mad when Biggie don't get in yours, okay? Biggie has shown y'all that she's not your sister like you think. She's not your friend. Y'all are co-workers to her. This is all, when the show ends, Biggie don't give a fuck about Anna and Tessiki. She wants her money, she wants the fame, the notoriety, and she don't go about her way. And in her confessional, Biggie says that she's got a lot going on. She's not fighting this season. Girl, you done got a little bit of money, a little coin, been on a few seasons. You think you too good to fight? You're not Natalie. You don't have that power to say, I don't want to fight. You're not Natalie Nunn. Like, please, Biggie, and leave. Because she keeps saying over and over again, if y'all want me to leave, I'll leave, bro. If you want me to go, if you want me to leave, leave. Sis, get out. This ain't the motherfucking real world Midwest. This is Baddies, ho. Square up or square out. Okay? Now, Tinkerbella also calls out Biggie for not defending Anna. But again, I don't feel bad for Biggie not defending Anna. Do y'all think Biggie should be defending Anna? I don't. I really and truly don't. We don't really see Tessiki jumping in and defending Biggie all the time, do we? Every now and then we'll hear Tessiki say something. She might defend Biggie in little ways, but not in the way Anna does. Tessiki keeps it neutral between all 3 of them for the most part. So Anna, do the same thing and you won't get your butt hurt when everybody's on your ass and Biggie ain't saying nothing. Okay? Now, this is why I love Roelly. Because while Biggie is trying to spin the narrative that, oh, she's not a pussy and Summer didn't call her out, she's trying to lessen the blow a little bit. She's like, no. Roelly clocks it, baby. Roelly clocks it. This is why I love Roelly. This is why Roelly is my favorite cast member. She always keeps it real. Whether you like her or not, she always keeps it fucking real. Roelly summed it up in one sentence. She told Biggie, quote, stop talking. Stop talking, Biggie. If you're not going to fight, stop talking. Stop jumping in people's shit and stop jumping in people's fights. Don't have an opinion because every last one of us on this show have fought every season that we've been on. Boop. Clock it. Okay? Clock it. Roelly says you can't come on Baddies and say all of a sudden you've changed and you don't want to fight. Did I not just say that? This is why I love Roelly. She's always thinking what I'm saying. Biggie again says, if y'all want to send me home, send me home. Send me home. Somebody's sending this bitch home right now because I'm tired of it. And to be honest, Biggie should have went home after her first season. Biggie should have never came back after Baddies West. I don't get the appeal. I don't. because she's not authentic. Like, she's had way too many seasons. Now, Roelly is clocking in. Roelly is clocking in, baby. She told Biggie, you hide behind Tasiki and Anna. You never get in the paint. You never fight. You never stand up for yourself and get into the shit. You always sneak in bitches, and then you hide behind Anna and Tasiki. I mean, can the church say amen? Hello? Clock, clock, clock. I mean, just clock. She was getting clocked left and right, and I was here for it. Now, here's my thing with Biggie. I feel like she wants to coast, okay? I feel like Biggie's head has gotten big. She's been on this show for a few seasons, and she's gotten comfortable. She feels like, oh, well, they keep asking me back. I'm just going to sit back, smoke weed, I'm an OG. I'm going to reap the benefits, collect this check, and not do shit. And it's like, no, baby, that's not what's about to happen. The fucking gnat or something around here. Biggie is that one employee that you, like that coworker that you work with, like while you busting your ass and working, they sit around on their phone scrolling, leaning up against the wall, like, and you're like, bitch, help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of employee Biggie is. Like, you want to sit around, reap the benefits, but you don't want to help a bitch out? No. No. Now, as all this fighting is going on with Biggie and the OGs, production sends the new girls in. Production sends the new girls in, right? And when the new girls come in, Biggie and Akbar are kind of arguing. Because Biggie didn't like what Akbar had to say. Akbar kicked this whole conversation off about Biggie being punked by Summer, right? And Biggie's like, who are you? Who are you to even talk to me? And it's like, Biggie, listen, I'm not a big Akbar fan. I don't know her. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop. But I'm like, Biggie, you know who Akbar is. You know who she is. You were probably a big Love and Hip Hop fan. Stop capping. Like, I don't care for Akbar from what I've seen. So far this season, I like her. Now, from what I've seen from her on social media, I didn't care for Akbar. But so far, she seems like she keeps it real. And I like how she kept it real with Biggie and called her out on her bullshit. And except for the thing about Anna, I don't agree with her saying that Biggie needs to speak up for Anna, because I don't agree with that. I don't. Now, when the new girls come in, Natalie asks the new girls, we're getting ready to go out to the club tonight. I want everybody to squash your issues. So, what's the problem? Summer starts speaking up. It creates chaos, right? Everybody starts arguing. Ivory says that Summer can't shut her mouth, which Summer can't, but that's good TV for her. And Lex is probably Summer's only ally at this point, right? Lex says that Summer is very entertaining, and she is. Think about it. Summer has been she's been most of 3 out of 4 episodes. Summer has got the most camera time out of 3 out of 4 of the episodes. And while Anna and some of the other girls, if you notice, they want to try to clown Summer in their confessionals, talking about, oh, she wearing this fake Gucci bag and she just, and it's like, y'all girls forget that y'all were once on here on your first season too. Y'all get a little money from Zeus and get a new wig, get you $1,000 wig and get you a Gucci bag and act like you brand new. Don't forget where you came from. Do we want to go back and look at all y'all's first seasons? Y'all act like y'all weren't first season hoes at one point. Do we need to go back and look at everybody's, because anybody that goes on a reality show, when they come back, you start to have your second season glow up, your third season glow up. On your first season, everybody looked like a regular ass person because we didn't got that TV money yet, right? And everybody's against Summer at this point, but I guarantee you, this is making Summer's star power grow. I guarantee you, out of all these new girls, Summer is going to get the most followers. The villain is always like the most popular. And she's going to get the most star power. And to be honest, I feel like the girls on the show probably think that the fans are going to hate Summer, but Summer's going to end up being well liked. Now, while Summer's arguing with all the girls, Jasmine Renee says they done gave a bitch some money and now everybody poor. Because apparently Summer was saying everybody's poor, oh you're poor, oh you're poor. And Jasmine says they done gave you some money and now you claim everybody poor. Summer says they done gave the wrong bitch money on my mama. I love her. She's like, bitch, yeah, they gave me motherfucking money, bitch. And I'm finna motherfucking show out. I'm finna clock in and I'm finna give them every motherfucking dime worth, okay? Um, Now, Jellybean Head, her versus Scotty. Quagmire versus Scotty. Emma versus Scotty gets brought back up again, and she tells Scotty that it's nothing personal, that Scotty's just boring. And Scotty says, you have to understand that you're here because of me. And I'm like, oop, oop, and Scotty's right. Listen, y'all may not agree with that, but let's not forget, it takes a collective, it takes a group of people to make these ensemble shows successful. And Scotty was a part of the last 4 or 5 seasons. You know, she made Baddies South was one of their most successful seasons, the most watched seasons, probably one of the favorite seasons by the fans. And that was Scotty's first season. She helped make that successful, whether you agree with it or not. And uh, if Scotty also says, why didn't you call Tasiki boring? And Emma says, I don't think Tasiki's boring. And it's like, girl, bye, whatever. She is, whether you think she's boring or not. Tasiki is boring. And the only reason Tasiki gets recognition is because she can fight and because she's Krishan's sister. Let's be real. If Tasiki was not a good fighter and she wasn't Krishan's sister, she would have not made it on Baddies Caribbean. She would never, or Baddies East, whichever season she came on, she would never made it. I'm just saying. I don't see where people think that Tasiki is interesting. I like her music. I think she's a beautiful girl. That's about it. Um, Now while all the girls are going at Summer, all the girls are arguing with Summer in front of the OGs. All the new girls are, besides Lex, because that's Summer's only ally pretty much at this point, right? Summer and Lex are sitting there. And Ivory starts calling Lex and Summer out. And she says that in the hotel, y'all got to remember, because you're probably thinking, what hotel? The girls are put in hotels before they film. They all get to meet each other and everything. That's what I don't like about this show. I feel like it fucks with the authenticity and the organic chemistry that the girls could make when you put them in the hotel before they start filming. I feel like they shouldn't get to see each other or meet each other until the very first day on camera, right? But they get put in hotels before they start filming. And according to Ivory, she says that Summer and Lex were talking about how they were going to do whatever they had to do for TV because they got roaches on the wall and they got kids and they had the kids to take care of and they was trying to get their money, right? That's what Ivory said. So I'm like, well, damn. And here's the thing. Summer didn't deny it. Summer said, bitch, I do got kids. I do got kids, bitch. I do got to take care of my kids. So Summer, like, she's standing in it. Okay. Now, after all the fighting, Natalie finally gets to tell the girls, welcome to Baddies Midwest. And she tells them, you know, well, we find out from her that pretty much there's going to be 2 different shows this season, okay? Just like it was on Baddies East. There's going to be a House A, there's going to be a House B. Natalie pretty much says that the OGs have earned their keep. They've been doing this for 5 seasons, so they won't be staying in this house. The OGs are too good to be in this house with the new girls, right? That's pretty much what Natalie wants to say. She says that all the new girls are going to go into a new house, but she's going to leave 3 OGs in the house with the new girls to regulate. And I'm like, okay, well, this might be a little interesting. So she's going to leave 3 OGs in the house. But I'm like, okay, well, why, if we're going to separate everybody, why didn't y'all just let these new girls could have been the cast of Baddies Gone Wild? Boom. We could have got that show, and y'all could have just kept y'all's OG cast for Baddie. I mean, I just don't like when they split the houses because it feels like 2 separate shows are going on, right? I don't know. I don't want to see them in a different house. Stop casting 30 girls and you might be able to find a home that will house everyone. Now, Natalie tells Tinka Diamond, and Biggie, that they are the three girls that are chosen to stay in the house with the new girls. Now notice, out of those three girls, only one of those girls were pissed that they had to stay in the house with the new girls. Which girl was pissed? Biggie. Why was Biggie pissed? Because Tinkerbella and Diamond are secure with themselves. Tinkerbella and Diamond are confident women. They're secure in themselves, and no matter what is told to them, no matter what house they're in, they know that they're still bad bitches at the end of the day. Biggie, on the other hand, isn't feeling it. Biggie's upset because this fucks with her self-esteem. Biggie doesn't want to be in. Remember when it was the whole House A, House B shit? Biggie was so upset that she was in House B. She wanted to be in House A because she felt like she was an OG. Y'all remember? Let me translate it for you why Biggie's so upset. Again, this pretty much translates into Biggie's childhood. This takes Biggie back to her childhood to where the cool girls are saying, you can't sit at our lunch table. Biggie not being able to go into the OG house fucks with her self-esteem because she feels like, I've been here 3 or 4 seasons. I'm an OG. I should be going in that house. Biggie needs to feel like she's an OG. She needs her ego stroked, right? She needs to feel like she's above someone to feel better about herself. Tinkerbella and Diamond didn't give a fuck. They were like, yay, well, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, Biggie, you can't, this bitch can't even defend herself. You couldn't defend yourself from a motherfucking spider, ho. What makes you think you so special that you should go into the OG house? No. I told you, baby, you don't give OG energy. You give replacement energy to me. That's what it gives. Now, next week, Tinkerbella slaps the shit out of Summer. Woo! So we're going to see that play out. Lord Farquaad versus Scotty. Quagmire versus Scotty. Jellybean Head versus Scotty, whatever y'all want to call her. We're going to see that play out. Next week, we see Biggie is crying and playing the victim. Talking about, I'm breathing with half a lung, and half of my heart is on the ground, my bro, like, save the fucking tears, Biggie. I'm not buying it. You're crying now to get everybody off your back, because everybody on your ass, okay? And also next week, Jayla versus Lex. Now, Jayla versus Lex is about to happen, and all of a sudden, Ivory runs up on Lex. And I'm like, did y'all see Ivory versus Lex? Baby, Lex was getting in there. I'm impressed. I never really seen nobody give Ivory the work except for Melanie Fox, who comes on at the end of the season. Mel Fox comes on at the end of the season. But I never seen nobody give it to Ivory except Mel Fox. But Lex was getting in there. I'm interested. I'm tuned in. What y'all think? What did y'all think about this week's episode? And what did you think about the sneak peek for next week? Do y'all think Biggie was being a big pussy this week and she should have stepped up to Summer? Do you agree with the girls when they say that Biggie let Summer punk her? And do you feel like Biggie should be speaking up for Anna when Anna gets involved in fights? Should Biggie have Anna's back the same way Anna has hers? What do you think about the new girls? Whose side are you on? Team Summer or Team Rest of the Girls? I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions. Join the conversation below and let me know what you think about episode 4 of Baddies Midwest. Don't forget to click the subscribe button down below this video by clicking my name, Damien After Dark. That will take you to my page where you can subscribe to our channel and never miss an episode. Click that thumbs up button and like this video. That helps me get into the YouTube algorithm where more beautiful people like yourself can find me and we can grow our family, okay? Now, if you would like to help us grow and sustain this channel, you can donate if you'd like. In the description box below is a ways that you can donate, okay? No dollar amount is too small. I appreciate all the love and support, the donations. I appreciate you guys for standing by me, watching my videos, and just being badass fucking people, okay? I love each and every one of you so much. Stay tuned for my Jocelyn's Cabaret Texas after show where we will be recapping that. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Damien After Dark.